Hello and Happy New Year. This is Iman Aghai, the founder of Vancouver Business Network Meetup Group, the founder of Marketing Mastery Summit, and the president of S.M.A.R.T Enterprises. Every year at this time of the year, we sit and think about the resolution, the New Year's resolution, and we plan for our year ahead. Well, I used to do that until I realized that every year that I'm passing, I don't meet many of those goals. So I kind of did a research and created a new system for myself with mix and matching all different systems that are out there for achieving your goal and time planning and everything. And I created a system for myself that I'm using it for the past 4 years, and every single year it helps me a lot to move my business forward, to get my family forward, and every aspect of my life is now actually affected by the system that I'm using. So I thought maybe it's a good idea to share the system that I'm using with you. Maybe you like it and you want to do the same thing for yourself. So the first thing that I do before even thinking about the New Year's resolution is thinking about my top values. And I know my top 4 or 5 values, and I always think about my values before thinking about the anything, thinking about New Year's resolution. If your New Year's resolution is not aligned with your values, you know what happens. What happens is that when you are older and you look back at your life and you think, you know what, yes, I made lots of change in my life, I grow a lot, but what I did was not what I wanted. So if you want to, when you look back at your life and you think about the thing you have done in your life, it has to be aligned with all your values. So what are the values? Like, for example, for myself, my first value is health. Uh, I think I think we need to be healthy to be able to work, to be able to serve our family, to be able to enjoy our life. And any person may have different things. And uh, well, one of the things that I did was when I realized that my top value is health, I stopped doing several things that was threatening my health. Like I used to do a very dangerous sport, and I used to enjoy it, but I realized if I have just one accident, I will lose my health in that sport, and that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted, and I was just doing that sport for several years, and I thought, you know what, that's not when I'm I don't know, when I'm 60 years old, 70 years old, I don't want to look back at my life and I think, oh, you know what, I enjoyed that sport, but that ruined my life, you know. So anyhow, that's your choice. Every person has different values. Yeah, the second value, like for example for me, is my family. uh, Many people have different values, and it doesn't matter what your values are, but it's important that you know what your values are so you can set those values together. If you don't know what are the list, what's the list of values, you can just simply search on the internet for list of values, and then you find 150 values, and then you can look at them and find and think about those values and choose your values. Um, the second thing that I think about every single year is that what is the one thing that makes you passionate? What is the one thing that it can be the motive that drives you every single day? And the reason that I think about the passion is because every single day when I wake up at 6 in the morning and I want to start my day, I think, okay, first of all, if I'm not passionate about what I'm doing, there's no way I can wake up at 6 and I be passionate about, oh, you know what, I'm going to, I don't know, conquer the world. I'm going to work and, and dedicate myself as much as I can to what I'm doing. Yeah? So if you are not passionate about what you are doing, you won't enjoy your day. Yeah, with values, you are thinking about the future, and when you look back at your life, what you see, with your passion, you think about today. You have to enjoy your days to be able to enjoy your life. Yeah. And so every person has different passion. Every person, many people's passion is helping other people. Many people's passion is making money. Many others, their passion is just, you know, going to nature and look at, I don't know, different things in the nature and enjoy the nature, you know. Every person's passion is different, but you should know your passion and you should write it down for yourself to be able to think about your New Year's resolution. The third thing that is the base of all the goals in my personal life is my 10-year goal. About 3 years ago, I set a 10 years goal for myself, and I decided to go toward that goal and achieve that goal in 10 years. And when now I'm setting my resolution, I think, is that aligned with my 10-year goal? Is that helping me with going forward? And you know what? Many times the goals that I have in 1 year isn't aligned with the 10-year goal, but it's something that I love to do and I want to do them no matter for what, and it's a short-term goal and I love it and I will do it, okay? But in total, as a very large picture, you need a big picture. You need a big picture to look at and think, okay, this is my big picture, this is where I want to be in 10 years, and if I want to be there in 10 years, these are the things that I have to do this year and next year and the year after. Does that make sense? Okay. So the third thing, after knowing your values and your passion, is setting up your 10 years goal. Why you should know your values and passion before setting your 10 years goal? Obviously, if you don't know your values and you don't know your passion, you set your 10 years goal, later on you think, oh, okay, these are my values, but my values aren't aligned with my 10 years goal. Well, you cannot usually change your values. Well, the values change throughout the life, but you don't change them with thinking about them usually. Usually they change on their own based on your experience and the different changes in your life, yeah? But your 10 years goal is something that you can base it on your values and your passion. So that's the reason I go with values and then passion and then my 10 years goal. The fourth thing that I do is the 5 years achievements. And maybe it's because of I love achievements. It's very important for me that that life should have achievements. You cannot, but I can't go forward if I don't feel that I'm gaining something. So I always have to think, okay, what are the achievements that I want to gain this year, and what are the achievements that I want to have in 5 years? And I set those achievements based on my 10-year goal, based on my passion, based on my values, and I work hard every year to gain my 5 years achievements. And there are several things on my 5 years achievements. Every year I get closer to them. So for example, the thing that 3 years ago was in my 5 years achievement, now it's only 2 years away. Or the thing that was 4 years ago, it's like just this year I have to achieve that thing. Well, if I think right now, can I achieve those things? Yeah, I can achieve those things that I wanted 4 years ago now. Why? Because every single year I went toward those 5 years achievements. And you know what? Every single year they look harder, you know. For example, the achievements that I'm setting for myself this year were not even thinkable 4 years ago. You know, I even didn't dare to think about putting these things in the achievements I want in 5 years, you know. But now I think, you know what, why not? There's no limit. You can do whatever you want, but you should have a plan to do whatever you want, you know. That's a very that's a thing that many people say, you know, you can achieve whatever you want. There's no limit in the world. Yeah, there is no limit, but you should have a plan to achieve those limits. It's not that you wake up one day and you think, oh, okay, you know, I'm going to conquer the world, and then you go and try to, you know, I don't know, to be the #1 New York Times best-selling author because you decided now to do it and you can do it tomorrow morning. No, it's not like that. You can be New York Times best-selling author, but you should have a plan to be New York Times best-selling author. You can set your plan 3 years and you can do it, or you can set your plan in 1 year, but you should work pretty hard to do it from 1 year, depending on where you are. Yeah. Anyhow, the total thing is that well, maybe it's for me, but I have to know my 5 years achievement, and I have to achieve everything that I put on that list. Maybe there is 3 years achievement, maybe there is 1 year achievement you want to have. Anything that's achievement list. And the last thing I do, and the fifth thing I do, is my New Year's resolution. And this is something that is over mentioned. Lots of people have talked about it. Lots of people are saying it, and I just say the name. But you know, if you haven't heard about it, you can go on Google and search for it. And what I usually do is that I set my New Year's resolution based on S.M.A.R.T method of goal setting. So your goal should be SMART, and SMART means your goal should be specific, your goal should be measurable, your goal should be achievable or action oriented, then your goal should be relevant or realistic. So people say different things. Some people say realistic, some people say relevant, and then your goal should have a time limit. I want to lose weight. For example, yeah, but what do you mean I want to lose weight? It's like, okay, you are 200 pounds and you want to be 199 pounds, that's losing weight. And then a person who is 260 pounds and want to be 190 pounds, that's still losing weight. So what exactly you mean? Is it specific? Does it have a time bound? Like, okay, I want to lose weight. I want to lose 1 pound per week. Okay, so it's clear. It's like, I want to lose 1 pound per week. Is it achievable? Well, for some people is, for some people is not. Is it achievable for you? And you should have a plan for achieving your goal. So anyhow, this is a system that I use, and for the past 4 years I was pretty successful with this system, and I'm very happy with where my life is going, and I'm getting whatever actually I had planned for many years with just using this plan. So knowing your values, your passion, your 10 years goal, your 5 years achievement, and setting your New Year's resolution with a SMART plan. I hope that this will help you to set your New Year's resolution and help you for future to achieve all the goals you have in your life. If you have any comments, if you have any other systems, you can leave a comment below in this video, or if you are watching it on my blog, you can leave a comment in my blog, and I will be more than happy to answer or to learn from you. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic year ahead of you.